Morning everyone, this is another daily planning video. So as you know, if you've watched the previous ones, the video is blurred just because I'm live planning, so I'm doing personal and work stuff, so it means I can just plan live and not have to do dummy ones. And also these plan with me's are really more about productivity and about getting our planning done and just kind of encouraging each other to keep going with daily planning. So they're not so much about the aesthetics of the planning or what type of planner we're using. I'm using Microsoft To Do, but you can use physical diaries or any software. So in terms of today's planning, I'm just going to go to my day on To Do. So I'm just going to tick off the items from yesterday which I didn't tick off before. There's something from yesterday which just sorting out our shopping for the weekend, which I didn't actually do in terms of the list, so I'm going to add that to my day to day just to do that on the way to work. I do have on To Do, you can just put shopping lists, so I've just got a weekly shop, so I've got all the stuff that we might need, and from that I just tick it all off, the stuff that we will need for this week. And then I have because I normally do slow cooking for the week's lunches, so I've got those as well on a full weekly cycle. And it kind of sounds organized, but just over time I've just done that, and it actually helps. It just cuts down the decisions you have to make, and you can obviously be flexible with it if you want, but it helps. I find it helps to do that. So that's just set up on a sort of list which you can just tick off, and then when you've done it, untick, and it's ready to use again for the next time. So just close that down. Okay, so just some reminders to do, just bring up some reminders for tomorrow. So just reminding me, my daughter's just meeting a friend, and it's actually her birthday tomorrow. So that's fine. And then a few things for the weekend which I might add in. So there are a fair few things I was going to do last weekend, but I actually had to work on the Saturday, so I'm going to put some of these to let's have a look. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll just make sure I add those to the Saturday. Okay, so I'm just going back to my day. Okay, so got a few things to do for personal stuff. So the shopping, obviously, going to the gym at lunchtime, and then just some regular routines. So I've just got some daily routines which pop up each day, just reminding me to get ready for the next day, kind of daily chores I've got to do, reminding me to do daily planning. So those just pop through each day. So that's just set up on a daily routine. And then there are some quarterly routines that have popped up. So just things like just chores like clean the fridge. So I'll allocate those on probably for this weekend. So those can be set up just to occur quarterly in To Do. And then in terms of thinking about my work, I'll probably just add in a couple of things I'm looking to do today. So I've just got to go through some back emails. I don't know if you find this, but I found that there are just a few emails which from last week which have just got just still in my inbox. So I'm going to try and go through those this morning. So I'll just add that. And then I've got at work we've got another software program that produces task lists for each week. So we've got quite a lot of different matters or projects we're working on, and each of those have sub steps, and this software just produces the steps which we're doing this week. So I've got to really work through those. Given it's Friday, I've got to finish. Just add that in. Okay. So I think that's basically it. So this is just a daily planning, so it's fairly short. We'll do a weekly planning over the weekend, so that will be a little bit longer, and then also quarterly and yearly planning, which again are a little bit longer in those when we're doing the quarterly and the yearly planning. That then pulls through to these quarterly and yearly routines and the monthly routines, etc., that pull through to our day. So it does all sort of build up and just helps make sure we stay on track for the daily planning. And the yearly planning also then relies on what you're actually trying to focus on for that year. So hopefully down to the daily level is kind of working in some way towards your overall yearly goal and maybe your life vision. So that's the way the whole thing works. So it's not so much, as I say, about what your plan looks like or exactly the system you're using, but it's more about or the software you're using. It's more about making sure that you have maybe a life goal, you're looking at yearly goals, and then we're breaking those down into actually being able to implement them, making sure that the routine of life also doesn't get in the way of us implementing. We're kind of getting through those routine items and freeing up time to get to the bigger items we actually want to get to. Okay, have a good day, everyone, and see you tomorrow.